So this watch has a Geiger counter inside. So the second hand will actually detect radioactivity. So Bond uses it to look out for atomic weaponry using his watch. So this is like...
They literally put the Geiger part into this, and that's what really gives it its kind of uniqueness. I mean, Breitling, do they actually do anything like this, or have they done anything like this since?
Well, they did a re-edition. It's called the Top Time, but originally it was round.
Right.
So they modified the case for the film and put it in this like stainless steel tonneau case, which made it a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But I believe they did a re-edition of the Top Time this year. It was a limited edition of 2,000 pieces, so you can get your hands on one without buying the counter, of course.
They are beautiful. They are absolutely stunning. They're I think they're about 4,000, which is slightly out of my range.
Yeah, me too. I think I had them as £4,100. Yeah,
but yeah, they're actually stunning, and we'll leave a link up to those in the show notes. And so Breitling, I think this was their one and only time to feature in a Bond film, which is quite strange that they've just come in for a cameo and with this watch and have had no other association with them.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. I can't enlighten you there. Right?
Do they have any other with other films? Do you know? Are they kind of synonymous with other franchises or other TV shows?
Well, they've had quite a shake-up recently, a new CEO. So, I mean, they had a partnership with Norton Motorcycles,
right?
Who I think are struggling right now, and some other things. But I'm not super familiar with the brand. They do have this one watch that would be interesting to mention. Is the Emergency. This is really like a true kind of adventure watch because it has an antenna that you can pull out and it will get picked up by military satellites.
Oh, nice.
So for like really hardcore explorers, when they're really off the grid, like no cell phone service, if they get into trouble, they can actually activate this and, the nearest military rescue operation will come and pick you up. Wow. The only thing is if you do it accidentally, the fine is like $100,000.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But there are cases of people who have actually had their life saved by this watch. They've fallen down a crevice or they're, whatever. I mean, if you look up the stories, they're just insane, and they actually got saved by this watch. It's a huge monster thing, so it's not very elegant. So it's definitely not, in terms of style, it wouldn't be a Bond contender, but.
But in practicality, yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
It has a very interesting... I want to talk about how it got found and how it got re-emerged. So you put this over to me, actually. You sent me these details. And it was lost for a long time, or I don't know if it was lost. I don't know if people were looking for it, but it did re-emerge in a car boot sale. And someone bought it for £25. And then that later sold at Christie's for over 100,000.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is not, I'd hate to be that person at the car boot sale. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I know. I want to know more. I want to know if the person at the car boot sale knew about watches, if it was just a lucky find, or...
Yeah, because do you ever do that? Do you ever go to flea markets and have a little route around and see if there's any lost gems? You do?
Always. There's this one watch made by Breguet. It was a women's watch. And it was the very first wristwatch that has ever been recorded. And it's been lost for like over 150 years, I think. And it had this bracelet made of like golden hair or something, because they have the description in the archives. So every time I know if I find that watch, you're talking millions.
Wow. So this is your white whale.
I'm looking through. So if you ever see anything really disgusting with like moldy human hair, buy it because it could be worth a fortune.